Hello, and welcome back to the next chapter of the White Album 2 Doujinshi. I want to talk about White Album 2 with her. So, this is basically a retelling of the story of White Album 2. It's been entirely redrawn in the artist's style and obviously condensed because it is a doujinshi, albeit a very, very long one in comparison to most doujins. We've finally made it to the part where everyone's about to have a sleepover at Kazusa's house. Haruki has already stayed the night, unbeknownst to Setsuna. But, that just adds to the drama, I guess. Let's go ahead and continue from here. Yes, her cell phone will be powered on at all times so that she can be contacted at any time. In fact, that will be true of the other two of us as well. Not just Setsuna-san. And if nobody picks up, I have a written pledge here. If none of the three of us picks up within 5 rings, we agree that Setsuna-san's curfew will be moved to 6 p.m. Kitahara-kun, right? You seem to have a very mature head on your shoulders. God, Setsuna's dad. I will say, though, one of the things that makes me kind of scared of Setsuna's dad in the game is that he looks so strong. He looks like a really strong older guy. And this art doesn't do him justice. He is so lanky in this photo. He is a big man. Oh, her dad, man. Scary, scary. Toma-san? I'm still not sure about pushing Kitahara-kun into one of our family meetings. If you try to convince them yourself, Ogiso, you'd be at it until the middle of the night. It'd be too much of a burden on your throat. He has to make himself useful now and then, considering the way he's pushed me around so far. She really knows how to handle Haruki-kun. I guess. No, it's true. Kazusa, she knows when to push and she knows when to pull when it comes to Haruki at this point. However, her lack of communication with him, it limits how much of a relationship they can have. All right, you can put all the stuff apart from your instruments over here. Here we are. And welcome to the Kazusa household for the first time, in quotations. Holy shit. That was White Album. That was it. Drums sounded good, I think. The bass just needs a bit of tweaking. A 1-song set list isn't nearly enough, so song number 2. Any requests? Well, with Setsuna-chan's voice, with Ogiso-chan's voice. Yeah, because Takeya is always calling girls by their first name, which is very, very much too casual. It's too close. I'd love to hear something from Rina Ogata. The girl from White Album 1. Since we've got Yuki Morikawa for the first song, Yeah, sounds good to me. I can sing every one of her songs. All right, we know we're doing something from Rina, so which one do we cover? Okay, if I give my personal opinion again. All right, here's my first hint. Since the first song is White Album... Oh, Sound of Destiny. It was released in the same year. That's correct, Kitahara-kun. Gosh, why is it so easy for you guys to guess these? Sound of Destiny. What a bop, honestly. What a good song. If you haven't heard it before, go look it up. Of course you've heard it before. If you're here, you've heard it before. But even if you have, go look it up and listen to it again. Just for me. Just for this scene. Yeah, sounds good to me. Everyone's heard that song. It's got a nice energy to it. Toma, Takeya, you guys have any objections? Are you sure about this, Kitahara? Me? Yeah, why? It's a fun song. Toma? You're really serious about that, Kitahara? Yup, that's it. That's the one. No take backs now. Oh, Kazusa. This was the first time she kind of really laughed openly in the entire game, though. And it was a really sweet moment for her. I'd forgotten about that. I can't breathe. Do your best, Kitahara. I know you can handle it. Aw, adorable. Adorable Toma. She deserves to have a good laugh once in a while. Everyone does. Even though I'm tired of hurting and being hurt. Let's see. A travel set? Oh, there it is. Wait. Blue? Ah, she found it. Oh, yes. So they're really speeding through this part, which is sad. They have to speed through things. This is literally a doujinshi, but it's sad to see this part sped through just because it is so important to the story. What an emotional jump. This is the first time you really start getting emotional, I feel like, about White Album 2. You're like, oh my god, the drama is here. Here's your cafe au lait, Toma-san. I went ahead and put 3 scoops of sugar in. Too bitter. Hey, Toma-san. Yesterday wasn't the first time you've had someone stay over, was it? It's not like I was trying to fool you. Sure, you weren't out and out trying to fool me, but you pretty blatantly did not tell me about it. You hid it. If you just said something to me, I wouldn't have cared. But because you hid it, I'm just kind of offended, you know? Sorry. I know I'm the one who brought this up, but I'd like to drop it now. Let's keep it up this evening. It sucks. I'm so mad for Setsuna in this instance. They literally could have told her, right? Yeah, she might have been a little bit bitter that she wasn't also sleeping over with them, but them's the breaks in life. You know, you can't always be with everyone at the same time. Your friends are going to hang out without you sometimes. But you don't need to hide it from them deliberately. That is where you become crappy. That is unnecessary lies. And they are lies. Why is she so angry about this? How are you... Obviously, I get so mad. Dude, are you clueless? Obviously, she's angry because you just lied to her. You guys straight up lied. Like, oh, you seem so sleepy. Oh, yeah, I was up late playing the guitar. Really? You conveniently forgot to mention it was at Kazusa's house? Just dumb. Hey, Ogiso. There's something I want to ask you. Of course. That was the whole deal. So, there's no need to think about it that hard. It's fine. I'll be back to my usual self tomorrow. So, don't worry about it. Actually, I'd like you to forget everything I said today. Well, good night. Wait, I'll see you home. No, I mean it. Let me see you home. Oh, Setsuna, that is the fakest smile. No. If I let you do that, I won't be able to say, Kitahara-kun is an awful boy who makes poor, helpless girls walk home down dark streets all alone at night instead of accompanying them. Man, he's been doing all this extra practicing because he wants the show to go well, but she's getting sulky at him for it. Listen, I'm letting you know right now, I have my head in my hands. I am so... I don't want to come off as sexist by saying this, but like, you can tell that this was written by a man. Does that make sense to anybody listening? I don't know. I hope that doesn't come off as super rude, but like, she literally, this character, doesn't understand why Setsuna would be upset. You really can't put 2 and 2 together to be like, Yeah, actually, that was a really sucky thing for him to do. She's like, what are you upset about? He's practicing. I don't like this. I don't like that girl. I don't like her reactions here. That's 10 times. It's getting late. Any more than this might be too much of a nuisance. If she doesn't pick up after 10 more rings. What is your deal? She finally picks up the phone. I'm sorry, Ogiso. I stayed over at Toma's place last Wednesday and Thursday, and I didn't say a word about it. I kept it a secret from you, deliberately. I'm sorry. It's your fault, Kitahara-kun. You made me remember how terrifying it is to be left out of the loop. How could you? I like both you and Toma-san so much. I should be glad that you're getting along so well, but the fact that I'm not part of that picture it's just... And again, if they were just hanging out on their own, yeah, you can feel jealousy. And then if she freaked out over it, it's like, all right, Setsuna, like, that's immature. You got to get over yourself. But the fact that they kept it a secret, no, she is well within her rights to be upset here. Absolutely 100%. I don't understand why she's so upset. Dude, come on. Oh, it bothers me so much. Since the date's changed, it should be changed, not hanged. Since the date's changed, I'm back to my normal self now. I'm so sorry about yesterday. Good night. See you tomorrow. I have no intention of leaving you, Ogiso. Is that a promise? I'm taking it as a promise. Yes, I promise. Is that enough explanation? Okay. Oh, wait. One more thing. Nothing happened, right? What? Ogiso, your imagination is running way too rampant. There's no way. I mean, me aside, Toma would never. I'm just telling the truth. There's no way it could happen, and it didn't happen. Now, good night. Now notice he didn't say he wouldn't accept it. He just said that Toma would never, and it didn't happen. But he would, if given the chance, don't you know? Wait, one more thing. You can call me Setsuna. You should call me Setsuna. She is really pushing this. She is. That part I'll agree on. She really pushes having Haruki call her by her first name. Especially in some of the side novels when they really like they flesh out the scenes a little bit more. It really comes off as a little bit cringy. Haruki is very uncomfortable making that switch at first, but she really pushes it. That's not good to do. Let's see. He's the one who thought this up? This? Oh, God. But will there be enough time? No, I'll make it work. Oh, she got a hold of his notebook. They really are jumping around. But of course, if you play the game, like, you kind of can tell what scenes they're skipping and where they are in the storyline. Toma, what are you doing? Right now is reading time. What is this? Excuse me, sir. Could you give that back? It's important. I'm confiscating it. If you really want it back, come pick it up from the staff room after school. And this part I feel like doesn't translate all the way in English. You know, if you've played White Album 2, probably if you played the Japanese version. Toma suddenly starts speaking very, very politely in this scene. It's very unlike her. Because even to adults, she always talks like a delinquent. But here she starts suddenly using the formal version of Japanese in her request to get it back. That's what makes that scene so powerful. Give it back! Confiscating my ass! Do you think you have the right to take that from me? Screw you! Yeah, and then the sudden twitch in her demeanor. It's such a good, really well-written 180. I love it. Especially since Haruki was in the classroom and he saw that and he's like, whoa, what just happened? Like, that's what makes it so powerful. Oh, good scene. Very well-written scene. I'm sorry. We'll go in to apologize later. We'll bring in a written apology even. So please. Anyway, I'm sorry. Don't come anywhere near me right now. I just told you to back off. We're going to apologize together after school. I'll think about what to include in our written apology. I never asked you to do that. No, I decided myself. If you get suspended now, it's all over. Which he's right, he has his own reasons for doing this other than being in love with you. Done. I made it. I really must be some kind of genius. Toma? She really pulled it off. Yep. She wrote the song. She finished Haruki's song. Which is really her and Haruki's song, in more ways than one now. Oh, good morning, Kitahara. You better get going or you'll be late. You're gonna be late too. Oh, I'm skipping today. I've been going at it pretty hard this week. You know, I've been wondering since yesterday. What are you up to, Toma? All right, I'd better... What? What? Huh? Maybe she's still asleep. I'm coming in, okay, Toma? Toma? Toma is passed the heck out. Man, Again, I know it's a doujin. I know they gotta skip things, but it's so sad to see some of my favorite scenes just like, shoot, like cut so much. But as they say with the Occam's razor, cut off the extraneous. We're just telling the story. All right. 3 cups of water, soy sauce, sake, salt. Ingredients for the stock. Got it. I feel like it might be better if you just bought it ready-made at a corner. Okay, so this is Setsuna also on the phone with Haruki. I feel like it might be better if you just bought it ready-made at a corner store, I know, but I'm afraid to take my eyes off of her. She still hasn't woken up. What was that? I'll come over right now? You'll come over? Huh? Okay. So Haruki... I do wish they had a little indicator with who's talking sometimes, because here you would expect it to be Haruki Setsuna, but nope, it's Haruki Setsuna, Haruki Setsuna, Haruki. What was that? You'll come over right now? No, don't. Don't you dare. Why? Are you shutting me out of the loop again? No. Your throat is what we need to preserve the most right now. All right, I'm hanging up now. Good night, Setsuna. This was before the days of Uber Eats. You could just kind of dial it up and get your food. Nope, Haruki had to hand make it with love. Toma, you're finally awake. Thank God. I just finished making some rice soup. Try to have a bit of it at least. What do you think you're doing in my house? I think vongole rice soup sounds pretty. This is disgusting. So gross, it's not even funny. I can't believe you'd expect anyone to eat this. So the thing in Japan, if you end up making like a rice soup, like a vongole, it's really made for sick people. You put a little bit of broth in with some rice so the rice gets super, super soft. So honestly, you don't even have to chew it. If you're too weak to chew, it gets you full enough, quickly enough, that it's really good to just fill up if you can't eat very much of it. It's also really warm. It's good on the throat. 100% recommended if you're feeling sick. And easy to make, even if you're like by yourself and you can't make anything. Throw some rice in the rice cooker, boil some soup, easy peasy. They were selling it at the Grand Aqua Plus Festival. You've been feeling sick since this morning. That's why you stayed home, right? No, I just skipped school because there was something I needed to do today. Oh yeah, maybe I should try making it sometime. So, what about your practicing? You can't afford to waste a whole day. Go home. Go home right now. If I go home, I'll be even less able to practice. Then go over there and practice. Once you finish eating that, take your medicine, get changed, and go to sleep. The doctor is in. Not like the Toma family can't afford to just call a doctor and call someone to come take care of her. Nope, Haruki has to do it. God forbid anybody else try to help Kazusa. Haruki would lose his mind. Hey, Kitahara, I'm not gonna give up. Got it? No one thinks you are. Now eat, take your medicine, change, and go to bed. Fine. But, Kitahara, you better not peek while I'm getting changed. I knew you were going to say that. You won't wound me that easily. She says it like that, but it's also like, she knows what she's doing by saying that. She knows she's putting those thoughts in his mind. You're not sly, Kazusa. I'm on to you. Shibata-san will keep coming by to cook and take care of whatever you need. You should not suffer any discomfort or inconvenience. And don't worry about where you're going to school. Where? It definitely should say when. They'll be in contact later regarding the exam schedule. And keep taking your lessons from Sakurai-sensei. Or if you'd rather change teachers, it makes no difference to me. Study under someone you want to learn from. All right, be well. Please try to understand, Kazusa. As you are now, there would be no point in taking you with me. Okay, actually, you're right. You're right. I'm talking to the doujin now. I'm going crazy. So this is Yoko talking. Again, I kind of wish they had a little sprite of her face, you know? Oh, Kazusa's mom, the absent mother. I have so many strong opinions about Yoko. If you've seen my other videos and you see my playthroughs, you know. Not a big Yoko fan. What the hell? Worst possible way to wake up. Huh? Where? Kitahara. Yeah, dreams about mom. God damn it. I was almost there. You shouldn't be up and around, Toma. I'm fine. My fever's gone down. All right, back to the living room with you, Toma. Can you walk? Are you kidding me? I can't go back there. I can't leave you alone down here with your shitty guitar playing. Look, I'm going to keep practicing. Try to trust me a little more. I promised I would whip you into shape so you could play it. Look, I'm staying down here for your sake. Get it? No, she just wants to be close to Haruki. She's sick. She had a bad dream. She wants to be next to her crush. So cute. Kazusa, she really doesn't want to break the promise she made Haruki. Yeah, that's true. She really is intent on making this festival a success. But she's also doing it for her own benefits as well. The number you have dialed cannot be reached at present. The phone may be out of range, or it may have run out of power. Shoot, did our call last night go on for too long? He must still be at Toma-san's place, Setsuna, thinking now. Setsuna tried so hard. How do you let your phone die? Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's like a millennial thing to say, but really? He's very disconnected. Then again, I mean, this was back in the day. But it wasn't even that long ago. It was like 2010, let's say. 2010, it is not crazy to be next to your phone all the time. You'll be all right. Setsuna, again. I hate the way the speech bubbles in this book are laid out. You'll be all right. Right, Toma-san? You have to get better, okay? I trust you. In more ways than one. Yeah, she's like, ooh, maybe you shouldn't trust her that much. Just ignore me. I can't just ignore you. Listening to my terrible guitar isn't going to make you get better any faster. Keep going. I won't be a disruption. Let me hear you play the guitar, Kitahara. Aww. If I'm sick, I'm gonna listen to guitar. That sounds nice. Or stories, or just anything. It's comforting to be next to someone you love when you're sick. Still hasn't recovered yet, huh? I'm just hoping we can pull it together in time. I mean, the big day is the day after tomorrow. Toma-san will make it work. It's just how she is. Even if Toma gets better, Haruki's last 2 days. Has he actually got to the point where he can play this stuff? Yes, Haruki-kun will be fine. I know he will. So trusting, Setsuna. Should you be that trusting? Well, yet to be seen. You're really not hiding it at all, huh? Meanwhile, he's trying so hard to keep it on the down low. Yeah, aka his crush. On both of them, kinda. Very much so. Next, please. Light Music Club. Alright, it's our turn. Come on, Setsuna-chan. Hey, Ogiso's about to start rehearsing. Go get everyone. It's not like there's anything to gawk at here. Not for today, at least. He's got his own little plan. Setsuna-chan, what's up? Is the mic all ready? Can we get started now? I have to do this? Right here? Right now? Hey, really sorry. We don't have all our members here today. If we could just practice the program without the performance part? You better make this work, Haruki. I'm begging you. Yeah, just kind of glazing over Setsuna's stage fright in a 2-page panel here. But why? According to her original contract, she was taking care of you and cooking for you on a daily basis. Why? Did it have to do with you quitting the music department? I was thinking about giving up the piano. Giving up on being that woman's daughter. Honestly, justified. She was abandoned by her mother when she was still in school. Honestly, Yoko disgusts me. Toma's abandonment disgusts me. And the fact that Haruki, just brushes it off, you should be grateful. Ugh. Blech. It makes me barf. I hate it. Kazusa deserved much better. It seems like I was cut off because I didn't have enough talent. She told me straight out that taking me along would be pointless. So, when I realized that she didn't really see me as someone worth engaging with, everything started to feel kind of absurd. Kazusa. So that's the kind of upbringing she had. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. Good gosh. Yes, all of it is absurd. So, Toma, we should try to have fun on Saturday. Which means you need to go to sleep so you can get better as quickly as possible. And if your fever goes down, let's do that song. You figured it out, huh? Well, personally, I think it came out great. I might be a genius, in fact. Aww. Looks like the medicine is doing what it's supposed to. Sleep well. Hey, Kitahara, are you gonna date Ogiso? Oh, the question. Huh? Toma? Good night. I feel like Kazusa likes Haruki-kun too, though. I don't like this girl. I don't like the original character girl. What do you mean I feel what? Obviously, are you blind? Are you blind and deaf? Can you not? Especially assuming, because obviously this doujin was originally written in Japanese. Hearing the way her nuances are in Japanese, you know, the way she switches her words around, the way she chooses whether to use like informal or slightly more casual conversation, like all of those things just point to her having a crush on Haruki. It is so obvious. I feel like, oh my god. Oh my god. All right. I think that's a good point for us to stop for now. We're going to finally switch back to Setsuna because this was a very Kazusa and Haruki focused chapter. So, thank you so much for joining me on this doujinshi reading from White Album 2, and I'll be back with the next part shortly. Until then, hope you take care. See you!